Greetings, Commanders, and welcome back to Tewsday Newsday. Let's give a thanks in the chat for our man Ned for going out and buying the new smart transfer chip. There's a new patch, and there's a bunch of stuff we're going to be covering today. I'm going to start with this because it's proof, and basically a smart transfer chip lets you absorb your leadership from a commander without having to destroy the commander and their skills and the rarity of them, like a Rogers. So that's great. You just pay 18,000 honor tokens from the shop, and you can transfer the leadership. We've also got a new Ghillie skin. We've got new weapons and gear, I believe, and I'll be covering that in a second. And then the channel hit 6,000 subscribers, so thank you, USG. Serenity was out there doing the Lord's work. She got 64 guildmates to sign up for the subscription on the channel. It's, well, just subscribing. It's not, they're not signing up for anything. Okay, they subscribed. Listen, we hit 6,000, okay? All right, so here's a smart transfer chip. You can find it in the World Event shop. The new Ghillie skin you can't find yet, but here it is. You can see it by just going to your Ghillie and clicking there. It is slightly different. You can see the butt, mostly the butt. You see, it looks like the Twin Peaks are spread as opposed to, in here, there's a towel on the Twin Peaks. So overall, it's a good-looking skin. I mean... Okay, hold on. Before I get downvoted for calling it peaks and not a flat butt, there seems to be this argument that Ghillie has a very flat bottom, but it depends on perspective, right? Because to me, it looks like she's got a real fat bottom. So that's the question of the day. Comments below. Fat or flat? What's Ghillie's backside looking like? That is inappropriate. You know, it's definitely up our game's alley. Yeah, sexy cartoon chick. As a Ghillie main, of course, I'll be getting it. That's a big old whip. She never used to have a whip. Yeah, she had like a bow staff that was all broken apart. But overall, the animation's the same. Just the sprite overlay is a little bit different. So that's cool. I always like seeing more cosmetic skins. And now that Ghillie is a mainstay in the game, it's good to see her have her own skin. All right, let's jump into the gear. And then, of course, guys, if I do miss anything, please put it in the comments below. You know, I try to keep news videos informational and short, and we go into greater depth later when needed. Star Jewel, no, upgrade, handbook, here we go. We go to upgrade, we go to handbook, we can scroll all the way to the bottom and we can see all the new gear. So it should be at the very, very bottom. Here it is. So it starts with the Holy Grail, which is jewelry, the Phantom, which are pants, and then 3 new weapons. So it looks like this is infantry, this one's walker, this one's airship. I'll get to those in a second. So the Holy Grail jewelry is a damage reduction headpiece, which isn't unlike the infantry damage reduction headpiece, right? Total damage reduction. Walker doesn't have it, airship doesn't have it. So this is gonna be useful for anyone looking to get a little extra penetration and damage reduction and total HP in the helmet slot. Who is really gonna benefit from this? Well, penetration's not gonna be too useful on your Ghillie, Neko, and Vega mains. Not gonna be useful on Elf, but commanders like Pictor, commanders like Satalia, commanders like Rogers, maybe, are definitely going to benefit from this. Yeah, not too universally needed. Might be used in a new ship as well, though. So nothing sticks out about that for me right now. Penetration's good. It does stack up nicely, but Guaranteed Hit Sub Commander seems to still do better. That Golem build I showed a while back still really hasn't taken off, but yeah, take it for what it is. We'll go into greater depth when a new build comes out for that. I'll be doing more specific build. I did the Badass Ghillie build, Season 9, 1 of 10 last week. If you didn't watch that. Talking about the Shura chest piece. I'll be doing that with more commanders and specific builds moving forward. The Phantom Pants. So the Pkwy says these are dodge pants with damage reduction and crit wither. Damage reduction is, in my opinion, very much like crit wither. We still need more proof on crit wither. It definitely does lower critical chance and critical damage. Rumors say that it can even lower attack and damage once you get over that threshold, but Awaken took 600 crit wither, and we need to test that, because if you can go zero damage somebody with crit wither, that would be amazing. We need more proof on that. If you have it, submit it to me. But these are defense pants, right, with a little bit of dodge, which is good for everyone. It's nice to have a little bit of dodge to make sure your opponents aren't slacking on accuracy. You know, crit wither is pretty much good for anyone that's going toe-to-toe. Obviously not going to be used in your glass cannon builds, but I could see this being good for pretty much everyone. Of course, when you take these, you're going to be giving up, the strength and weakened on your pants for specific builds, which is pretty important late game. You're also giving up Fearless pants with straight HP damage reduction. Now listen, the damage reduction on these pants is only 4% per level. Fearless looks like 6% per level. That might be wrong. But you're getting an extra crit wither in exchange for that damage reduction, so that might be worth it. But remember, crit wither doesn't work on spell damage. Elf is primarily spell damage. Vega, Ghillie, Rogers are all combat damage. I'm not sure if Reinhardt's Thorns are spell damage or Bullet's Ghost Cannon is spell damage, but they are kind of different. They are different in that sense, so take that for what it is. Definitely more balanced defensive play there. All right, let's talk about the specific weapons here. The infantry one is accuracy, dodge, and penetration. Kind of taking a playbook out of Sky Kingdoms here, putting a defense stat on a weapon. I'll talk about that in more detail here in a second. Walker is getting accuracy, hit points, and resistance weakened. So this is definitely for Elf. Elf does not need attack damage on the weapon. Having no attack damage is a no-no usually, but looks like this will be good for Elf and maybe Satalia because she robs other people. She needs to be a little tanky, so maybe Elf and Satalia will use this. Reincarnation has accuracy and crit chance and crit wither. So I could see this being useful for Tier 12 Rogers, Tier 12 Reinhardt, because they still need accuracy to land their tear space hits. Well, crit doesn't really do much. Crit does more for Rogers because of Tyrant Cometh, not really for Reinhardt. So definitely like this for Rogers. Don't like it for anyone else, not Vega. So definitely a good Rogers weapon there. He does need a little bit of accuracy. So maybe Reincarnation will replace Eternal Barrier, possibly. I don't know. We'll see about that. Looking for proof, send it to me if you guys have it. And then going back to the infantry weapon, like I said, damage is a must-have on infantry. So if you have accuracy, dodge, and penetration, penetration's kind of like damage, but it's not. Doesn't scale in crit as well. So who is going to be using this the most? Well, it seems like the only useful infantry commander is Ghillie in the late game. Plasma on the way up to the late game or against other infantry comms, but Plasma doesn't benefit from penetration. Ghillie already has nonviolent resistance. I don't see a use for this yet, except for maybe Stella, but Stella with the penetration build wasn't too bad. Odad was playing with that for a while. New Stella with the new penetration build on the new Tier 12 troops might be a thing. We'll keep an eye out for that. But that's the new gear. All right, what else did I miss? Okay, 3 more things. We did a live stream the other day with a Baby Ark. I made a new account on server 1125, starting over from the beginning. It's a 1.5 hour live stream. That'll be going live here soon. If you're interested in watching what it's like to start over from the beginning, I might do a few more videos on that. We had a lot of fun doing that. Keep an eye out for the live stream. Hit the bell icon if you want to be notified when I go live. The next thing is that the Civil War on 888 has now spread wide. Odad, the biggest player in the game, has joined the fight. Money got caught trying to do like a low-risk 6-slot Vega March, and Odad sent a full Ghillie with the proper Ghillie build, the new Ghillie build with the new Tier 12 Andromeda, Sagittarius, Gemini. Of course, you know, what's really going to happen here is if Odad lands the Awakening, he's going to hit Vega in the back row. If he doesn't, Vega's going to hit him. There's the Awakening. There's the Gemini. This is going to hurt. Awakening hits, but he misses, but the Gemini will go off, but he way outnumbers him, one-shots him, hits him for 1 billion damage, and that's 900 Tier 12 airships instantly gone. So thank you, Odad, for joining the battle against... Oh, I don't know, the Usurper King Money, whatever server Money gets on, he's always causing people trouble. And the last thing is Patreon. All the patrons who've been paying and supporting this channel for the last 3 months in a row got this poster mailed to you guys. Of course, there's no giant watermark, right? This is all just for the video, but there is an actual proper image coming. It's huge, 11 by 14 for being 3 months patrons in a row. The Mug Club, you get a mug for signing up, and there's also a second tier if you want to do an episode of Pimp My Arc or Arcs. You can even gift that. But Patreon supports the channel, guys, and I didn't really push it this month. I probably should because it really does help. So if you're interested in that, check out the perks of Patreon below. Consider signing up and getting your mug and getting your poster. And then I will announce Zenith Series number 11 coming soon. I don't know if I'm going to do patron-only gift there. But if you also get early access to all these videos, this news video, the night I film and it goes live, I push that out to all the paid promoters just as a thank you for I don't know, paying for this channel and all the stuff we do. So thank you very much. And, of course, if I miss anything, please put it in the comments below. I'll stick here. I'll pin it. And hopefully I didn't miss anything. I always do miss something, though. And plus, there's always different stuff hidden in these patches, you know. What they say here is never enough. There's always more to it. So it says Youth Girl Ghillie. But there's so much other stuff mentioned here that they just like secretly patch in the end. I remember something about like the commanders on tiles being able to be swapped out. I don't know. Put it in the comments below. Check the comments below. Make sure you don't miss out. Share with your guild. Let them know what's going on in the game, because the patches in this game are very important.